How we doing, folks? This is the Pop Music Freak. I am back with another Song Facts Countdown video. We are up to song number 867 on my top 1,000 list of my 1,000 favorite songs of all time. The return of the Eagles, another appearance on my list with their very first number one hit early in 1975. It's the song Best of My Love. Now, I'm going to give you the rundown of what the song was about. First thing I want to tell you, when was it recorded? It was recorded at Olympic Sound Studios in London and recorded around July 28th of 1974. It was released as a single November 5th, 1974. I'll give you more details on it now. Best of My Love is a song written by Don Henley, Glenn Frey, and J.D. Souther. It was originally recorded by the Eagles with Henley singing lead vocals and included on their 1974 album On the Border. The song was released as the third single from the album, and it became the band's first Billboard Hot 100 number one single in March of 1975. The song also topped the easy listening adult contemporary chart for 1 week a month earlier. Billboard ranked it as the number 12 single of 1975. Here's some background on the composition itself. In 2009, J.D. Souther said of the writing of Best of My Love, Glenn found a tune. The tune, I think, came from a Fred Neil record. We were working on that album On the Border and came to London. The three of us were writing it and were on deadline to get it finished. I don't know where we got the inspiration, Glenn Frey recalled. I was playing acoustic guitar one afternoon in Laurel Canyon and was trying to figure out a tuning that Joni Mitchell had shown me a couple of days earlier. I got lost and ended up with a guitar tuning for what would later turn out to be the Best of My Love. According to Henley, most of the lyrics were written while in a booth in Dan Tana's restaurant close to the Troubadour. The maitre d' of Dan Tana, Guido, was thanked in a liner note to the album. The lyrics were inspired in part by Henley's breakup with his then-girlfriend with Susanna Martin. As for the recording of the song, Best of My Love was recorded at Olympic Studios in London. The Eagles had begun working on the Border with producer Glyn Johns, who had helmed their Eagles debut album and the follow-up Desperado album. Despite the success of their debut album, the Eagles, Frey specifically, was unhappy with Johns' preference for country rock and toning down their own rock aspirations, and their dissatisfaction with Johns was reinforced by the similarly honed Desperado album, which was a comparative failure in John's no-drug policy during the recording. After 6 weeks in London, which yielded Best of My Love and one other usable track, You Never Cry Like a Lover, the Eagles discontinued working with Johns. Then, spending 8 weeks touring in Europe and USA and completing the recording of On the Border at the record plant in their hometown Los Angeles with Bill Simasik producing. Best of My Love was remixed by Simasik. As for the single release, Frey was reluctant to release Best of My Love as a single and held off its release for some time. The release of the Eagles' Best of My Love as a single has been attributed to the track's airplay at WKMIAM in Kalamazoo, Michigan, where radio DJ Jim Higgs, also station music and program director, began playing the track off its parent album On the Border soon after that album's release in the spring of 1974, favoring Best of My Love over the official single releases Already Gone and James Dean. Advised by Higgs of the strong positive response of WKMI's listeners to Best of My Love, Asylum Records gave the track a limited single release of 1,000 copies available only in the Kalamazoo area, with reaction to this test release securing the full release of Best of My Love as a single on November 5th, 1974. Apparently that single was sold out in 1 day. However, when the single was finally released, Asylum Records had truncated the song so that it would be more radio-friendly, but had done so without the band's knowledge or approval. It caused considerable anger in the band, and Henley demanded that the single be pulled from stores. The song, however, would become the most successful of their singles released so far, giving the band their first number one single. When the band was judged to have sold 1 million copies, the Eagles manager, Irving Azoff, sent to Asylum Records a gold record with a piece cut out and mounted on a plaque with a caption that said the Golden Hacksaw Award. Cashbox called it a very pretty country-flavored ballad, and said the harmonies are of the usual Eagle excellence, and the instrumentation is mild and acoustic. So the song hit number one on February 15th. Was it February 15th, 1975? Nope, I am wrong. It is March 15th, 1975. Okay. So that was the week that it hit number one. Okay. Now as for personnel on the record, Don Henley sang lead vocals and played the brushed drums. Glenn Frey, double-track 12-string acoustic guitar and background vocals. Bernie Leadon, pedal steel guitar and background vocals. And Randy Meisner, bass and background vocals. Now, in terms of chart success, as I mentioned, hit number one on the Billboard Hot 100, hit number one on the Adult Contemporary chart, and hit number 4 on the Cashbox Top 100. In Canada, hit number one on Pop and Adult Contemporary, and hit number 14 in Australia. And as I mentioned earlier, on the year-end chart for 1975, Billboard ranked it number 12, and Canada, it was number 30. Now, as for cover versions, most famous one is probably the Brooks and Dunn cover version from 1993. Also have some others, someone named John Lees released it in 74. Fifth Dimension sang a cover on their album from 74, Soul and Inspiration. It was also covered by Yvonne Elliman in 1975 in the LP Rising Sun. And Hugh Masekela covered it and did an instrumental version in 1976. And Rod Stewart included the song on his covers album, Still the Same. So, that's about it. Let me just take a quick look. It's bugging me. I'm getting a fuzzy spot. I usually have this memorized when these songs hit number one. Best of My Love hit number one on the Billboard Hot 100 the week ending March 1st, because I know someone is going to yell at me in the comments about being wrong on that. It knocked Pick Up the Pieces by the Average White Band out of number one, and it got knocked out of number one by Have You Never Been Mellow by Olivia Newton-John. But yes, it was the Eagles' first number one hit, indeed. Alright, so those are the song facts. This is song number 867 of my top 1,000 list. Best of My Love by the Eagles. I'm going to post a link to the music video in the description. I hope you like the video. I hope you share it. I hope you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you hit that bell on the bottom right corner there, you'll be able to be notified when I'm releasing videos. And I'm basically trying my best to get something out every day, 1, 2, or 3. Today, let's see, I'll definitely get one more. Might get 2 more. We'll see, time permitting. Okay? So thank you all very much for watching this. I wish you all a pleasant day, and I also wish you peace and love.